I always get asked questions about what happened to NayVee's bio sister, and I've made a few videos about this last year. So I thought we would do a little recap and show you guys a clip from NayVee Nelsons themselves talking about NayVee's situation. Oh my gosh, that could actually be her sister. So some of you may or may not know that NayVee actually has a bio sister, and sadly Tiffany and Veggie could not have adopted her. If you want the full story, check out this video. So someone tagged me in this video, and it's a photo of NayVee Nelsons when they're much younger. But there's one face in the crowd that I am sadly going to blur out because I don't know if this person or this child wants to be on social media. There's an unfamiliar face in this photo, and it's a little girl that looks a whole lot like NayVee. So the speculation here is this little girl NayVee's bio sister? Despite the same skin complexion, they look a whole lot alike. So fans are assuming this may be NayVee's sister. If you read some of the comments on the original post, people are saying it's NayVee's half bio sister. So perhaps they have the same mother, but do not have the same biological dad. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below if you think this might be NayVee's bio sister. Y'all, I have a sad update on NayVee's half-sister Serenity. As you guys may know, NayVee has a half-sister that sadly Tiffany could not have adopted because Serenity went to her bio dad. NayVee's half-sister lives with her biological father. Well, someone tagged me in Serenity's mom's TikTok, and OMG, the mom did spill some tea. I will be blurring out the kids' faces, but here are some pics of Serenity with her dad, her sister, and her grandmother. Someone asked the mom, are you guys ever going to meet the Nelson family? And she says, we already have. Serenity used to go over there all the time. We'll still keep in contact. We have known them for over 13 years. And she asked again, oh, okay, are you guys going to do a video in the future? And she says, that I'm not sure of. But this is where it gets heartbreaking. Someone says, do Serenity and NayVee still talk to each other? And the mom replies and says, they haven't talked recently. They have each other's phone number and we live in the same area. They haven't talked recently. Now that could mean anything, weeks, months, a year. Kind of sad though. I mean, that's NayVee's half sister, half bio sister. So it's kind of strange that she's not in contact with her. Also, Serenity is much younger than her, and NayVee is about to be 18 this year, so I think it's kind of strange how she isn't as close to her bio sis. I mean, that's all Serenity has, so I just wish they were closer. Not saying that they aren't, but reading this comment from Christine, Serenity's mother, is just kind of odd. What do y'all think about this? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below.
How I found NayVee. She was 2 months old. Wow. Teeny tiny, and she was so cute. So when she first came to our home, they brought her in and they just left her with me, and it was just kind of like really super crazy to me because there this was, this beautiful little baby girl that I needed to take care of and love, and it was kind of surreal. She was just so beautiful and perfect, and I don't know, I was just kind of blown away at the responsibility of caring for this sweet baby. So they brought her in, and I remember giving her her first bath. She had what's called, what I've been told is called meth hands, which means if she's been around methamphetamines, a baby a lot of times will clench their hands so tight and they'll have a really hard time opening them. So I just noticed her little hands were clenched so tight. This is kind of sad. And it's hard to believe it's you, right? So it kind of feels probably like to you like I'm talking about another baby. Yeah. Her hands were so clenched tight, and I had a really hard time opening them to wash inside of them. And so I ended up calling the caseworker and saying, why does she have these so tight clenched hands? And they told me that was from methamphetamines in her system. And so I found out kind of the story and where she was found, and without going into too much detail, she was in a hotel room, in a bathroom. The reason I tell you that is because it will kind of explain why a certain moment touched my heart so much. But so fast forwarding a few months, I got to the point, I know she doesn't remember this, but because I had massaged her hands back when she was very first come to our family and kind of just massaged out just the anxiousness she had in them, that became kind of a cute thing that she would always do. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. Can you imagine like her walking up to you like this? And I would just rub her little hands, and it became such a cute little thing for us. And you guys, it was really, really hard, but her birth mom started doing really good and had gone through all of the things that she needed to go through to prove that she was ready to have NayVee back. And that was a super hard time because we have to bring her to go visit with her mom. And you have to remember that NayVee had been with us like the whole first year of her life. So she didn't even really remember her birth mom. I'm sure her heart did, but it felt scary to her to go back and forth. And even at that young age, she would like scream and cry and pull onto my shirt. And anyway, it was so hard to have her go back and forth. And so we were doing visits and daily visits until finally it was time, like just a few days later, it was going to be time to bring her to her mom for good. And so I was really, really struggling, to say the least. And a dear friend of mine brought me over this book. And it was just a really small book, short little book. And it talked about a teenager. I won't ruin the whole thing, but it talked about a teenager who got pregnant. And she was giving up her baby for adoption. And she went to the adopted family's house to like live the last week before she gave birth to the baby. And during that week, she would do like sweet things like look out the window and think, oh, my little baby gets to live here and run around in this backyard. And she gets to sit in this room and sit on this window seat. And she just had all these thoughts about her unborn baby and what a wonderful life that baby would have. And then it turned out that she ended up having a stillborn baby. And as she was packing her things, the mom came in, the adopted mom came in and put her arm around her and said, in this 1 week, we have fallen in love with you and we would like to adopt you. Something just inside my mind just kind of clicked, and suddenly I just found so much love for NayVee's birth.
I hope this explains a little more about NayVee's background and basically the type of lifestyle her and her sister Serenity unfortunately had to grow up in. It's very unfortunate that the two girls are separate now and aren't in contact and don't have a relationship. And I just want to point out, this is no hate or shade towards NayVee. You guys have just been asking about her background and what happened to her biological sister Serenity, so I thought I would clear this up for you guys. Keep watching to find out how you can win a $15 Sephora gift card. Hey besties, so I am doing monthly giveaways until the end of the year, and this month I am giving away a $15 Sephora gift card. Here's how to enter. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, my sister's channel, and my 2 backup channels. After that, head on over to my sister's channel and leave a kind comment on one of her recent videos. Every now and then I choose 2 winners, so you could be one of them. I announce the winners at the end of the month. So make sure you have post notifications turned on all channels so you won't miss it. Good luck! Do you want to be featured on my channel, or have you ever dreamed about being in one of my videos? Well, now you can. All you have to do is tag me in some tea on TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, or wherever, and in exchange for tea, I will give you a shout out on my channel. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and tag me.